Hello everybody and welcome into another edition of Inside Pitch here at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. I'm Ben Frederickson alongside Jeff Gordon, and today we're here to talk about potential Cardinals All-Stars. Gordo, I think we have a pretty good idea of at least two starting pitchers that are going to be All-Stars by the time that selection runs around.
Yeah, the strength of the team. You have the Lizard King, and very quietly, Wacha.
Yes.
Having one of the best years in all of baseball. So here are two guys who are not big personalities, but Michael and Miles. These guys have been outstanding, as good as anybody in the game, except for the strikeout factor. Obviously, a guy like Scherzer is in his own world, but a lot of pitchers are injured right now, but those two guys are clicking along.
Those two guys, I think, before the season, if you would have said which two guys are going to be All-Stars on the staff, everyone would have said clearly Miles Mikolas back from Japan,
right, that
everyone's up in arms about, and Michael Wacha, who everybody is worried about. Can he pitch 5 innings?
No, it wouldn't have been.
But, you know, that's how baseball goes, and Michael has pitched as well as he's ever pitched, which is saying a lot considering some of the previous seasons that he's had before he kind of got the reputation of a guy who maybe couldn't acquire that workload. And Miles has been, probably the most pleasant signing in baseball, I would say.
Oh, you look around again, all the casualties of high-level pitchers, guys with big arms. He just goes out and pitches. All this talk about power baseball, which is where we are in the game, he just goes out and pitches. He hits spots. He mixes up locations and speeds. It's fun watching a guy, a master at what he does.
Other All-Stars, do you look across this roster and see any guys who you think are going to make the team?
Well, Jose Martinez may be the team MVP, but there are other first basemen that are bigger names. He has trouble playing first base itself defensively. Not a big name in baseball, but if you were to pick a team MVP, he's probably there. Will he make the All-Star game? Probably not, but he just keeps getting it done. If
he's hitting like he does this past week, he might have a chance to get in there in some way, shape, or form. You mentioned another guy who's interesting. Now, Yadier Molina, perennial Cardinals All-Star, kind of tough to see him maybe making it with the injury. He'll still carry a strong fan vote. But you had another, suggestion of a guy who could come out of the bullpen and potentially be intriguing as an All-Star nod. Not Bud Norris, who I think could be easily named the MVP of the Cardinals bullpen so far, but another guy who would be the newcomer of the Cardinals bullpen. Right.
Jordan Hicks is a guy that if you look at the All-Star games, more setup guys are getting the call. Hardest thrower in baseball this year. He seems unfazed by everything. It would be fun to see him go into the All-Star game and throw 102, 103 Absolutely. Miles an hour. And lately he's been pitching like an All-Star.
Yeah, I think it would be great to see Hicks there. And just for the factor alone of seeing what those pitches would look like against some of baseball's best hitters in one lineup. So hopefully that's something that people consider. If not, maybe the manager who gets a couple picks can look at maybe throwing Hicks in there. Interesting to talk about. Still time for Cardinals to make their cases, as Jose Martinez is doing right now. And we'll have the All-Star game and all your Cardinals coverage here at STLtoday.com. For Jeff Gordon, I'm Ben Frederickson. We'll talk to you next time.